Hello, I'm Maria. Welcome to the Wildcat Wilderness. Today we're going to be doing a couple of things which are really great that we can do in nature, and some things that you could add to your nature journal like mine. If you haven't got one of these, don't worry, you can still do this anyway. And these are some things that you can do when you're out in nature, when you're going for a walk, or there's some things that you can collect and then you can do them when you get home. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, the other week I collected some catkins, and I also picked a wonderful dandelion and dandelion leaf. And I said to you that I'd let you know how you can press these, so that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing you need is a really big heavy book. So I've got my wonderful book of herbs here, and I'm going to also get some sheets of newspaper. You can use any paper, but obviously better to use something that you're going to throw away. And get one sheet of paper like that. I'm going to put that in the middle or thereabouts of my book. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my leaf. I'm going to make sure it's nice and flat. I'm just going to put it on one side. You can see that on one side of the newspaper, because what I'm going to do is going to fold this over, and the book's going to obviously flatten it down. And I'm also going to put in my flower. Now that's going to be tricky because that's much bigger. What I'm going to now do is I'm going to close my book, make sure it's nice and tight, okay, and then when I get home I'm going to put some more books on top of it, so it keeps it really nice and flat there. And then I'm going to leave it. I'm going to check in a few days time, and it should start to dry out, and this will probably take 2 to 3 weeks until you've got a nice flat leaf and a nice flat flower. And then obviously what you can then do is stick it in your nature journal with some information about it. Okay, so that's the first thing we've done today. The next thing we're going to do is, I'm standing here by our wonderful pear tree. It's also our climbing tree, and this has got the most wonderful bark. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bark grabbing today. So what I've got is I've got a blank sheet of paper. Let's just take one of those, and I've got some crayons, so I'm going to make it nice and bright and colourful. And what I'm going to do is, I might just choose one colour for this. So I'm going to choose a nice green crayon, and often they've got paper on, and if you can peel the paper off, this makes it even easier to do, because really what you want to do is, rather than use it like a pencil like that, you want to lay it on its side, and then you can start doing your rubbing. So I'm just going to take this paper off here, take half of it off, put that back there, and then I'm going to lay the paper. I'm going to keep it nice and still with one hand, like that, and with the other side, on the side, I'm going to rub over the top with my crayon. Now this one's really bumpy, but you can just start to see that I'm getting a pattern coming through here. Dear, my crayon's broken. It's not very good, is it? Let's try again. This might happen to you as well. It doesn't matter. And I could always change colours as well, but I'm going to stick with my green here. Okay. I'll try and keep that nice. Try not to move it around too much. And then what you'll start to see is the whole pattern of the bark starting to come through on the paper. Okay. So I could spend quite a lot of time on. I could fill my whole sheet, or I could just cut off a bit because I'm going to put it in my nature journal. So that's just the start of my bark rubbing. The other thing that you can do is do a nice leaf one. So again, I'm going to get a blank sheet of paper. And for this, you really need to have a flat surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my book, which I'm pressing my herbs in. I'm going to put that somewhere nice and straight there. And I'm going to find a leaf. Now, lying around here, we've got these leaves, which actually come from our pear tree. Now, often with this, in the middle, you've obviously got the rib going through the middle there, okay? And it tends to be a bit bumpier on the back of the leaf. The front of the leaf there is quite shiny, and can you see on the back there, it's a bit duller. So I'm going to use it, I'm going to rub it on that side. So get my piece of paper, put it down on a flat surface, my book, put the piece of paper over the top, and I'm going to use a couple of colours this time. So I'm going to start off with the orange, and I'm going to start to rub over the top of my leaf, like that. I'm not going to move it, and then I'm going to change colour. So I'm going to hold it flat, so an orange. Next one I'm going to use is a blue. Over in the blue there. My leaf just moved a bit. It's really important you try and not move your leaf. So my leaf has moved a couple of times. Actually, that looks quite nice anyway. Let me just show you. Let's see. So that was the back of my leaf I was rubbing. And here you can start to see a nice pattern of the leaf. Can you see mine moved a bit? But I quite like the design of that. So I'm going to keep that one. And I'm going to put that in my nature journal. And I'm going to put the date, what the weather's like, what I feel about it, whether or not I like it, which tree it's from. So it's another thing that you can put in your nature journal. So I think that's about it for today. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Bye bye.